As I've been exhausted ever since I finished League.
Dude, I feel it. Like, I can't play, like, I feel like I can't play anything. Like, I keep trying to play Overwatch, and, like, my brain's just like, dude, no. Like, it is not allowing me to do any of that. Like, it's just, my body's so exhausted.
What up, you guys? Welcome to the SSS Podcast. It's your boy SG and the Savvy Scoundrel Slayers. We are here talking about our postseason analysis of the 2022 ranked season. Yesterday, it ended. And, we spent some time doing our ranked grind. And so we're going to be talking about, how things went, what things we thought we could improve on, and what our thoughts on the preseason are and how we're going to be able to play next season.
That's a very weird thing for them to take out. I don't know why I guess I understand they want to make it more like beginner friendly, and as someone who if I'm Battlefield jungle, it's just GG, right? Like, but like,
I don't think this is going to fix that problem, right?
I don't think so either.
Champ, or if you don't know how to play the role, rather, that's
it's not
knowing what your clear is not gonna drastically change the outcome of that.
It seems very bizarre. I'm gonna be honest with you. It seems extremely like a bizarre thing to take out of the game. I don't understand the reasoning behind it, really. How
did the jungle pet?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
I've watched the preseason videos that people have done. I watched Professor Akali do a Akali jungle. I thought that was kind of interesting. And it was very slow, but it worked.
Interesting.
I actually haven't watched anything on it.
Really?
I don't know. I couldn't really tell how the monsters worked in comparison to the old smite items that you used to have.
So do you not get a smite item anymore, or
No, you get the jungle monster or the jungle pet.
And so do you you pick your jungle pet in advance? I'm confused as to how that works. Is it a tactician?
It's like your starting item.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
like the smite item, but you get a jungle pet instead, and then they do damage to the camp and to champions. But I don't know I don't know if they do more damage to champions.
I don't know how any of it works,
or if it's the same. I feel like they probably do more damage to champions than the smite used to, because if they're trying to do the whole we're helping newbies in the jungle thing, then it would make more sense to me that they would make the jungle pets do more damage to camps.
It just feels really bizarre. I don't really understand that. I get trying to make it more
switch out what pet you are using.
You can switch out during the game?
That's what I saw from the original preseason videos I was watching, but I don't know if that still happens or if they patch that out.
Interesting. Yeah, that seems like a bizarre. Because you can't change smite right now in the middle of the game, so that seems very strange thing to add on.
I know.
Yeah, but after the last couple of days, I don't think Honest was in the trenches. I was in the trenches. I'm not opening that game at all. You cannot pay me money to open my damn Riot client right now.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
that
this is
and
horrible.
oh yeah, speaking of ARAM,
Ooh.
ARAM Clash
I'm excited about that.
and all of the ARAM changes like are kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty hype about that. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun, not gonna lie.
Competitive ARAM.
I
Sounds
mean,
like
like,
silver.
yeah, I mean, literally. This is the first season that I've played from the beginning of the season to the end of the season. Like, normally I would wait, like, at least 2 weeks to pass before I would start playing ranked. This season, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start at the very beginning when everybody starts. I'm gonna get on the first day. And I got on the first day and I played. And I played until the very last day. And let me just tell you, this is the worst fucking season I have ever played of League of Legends. I know that this was supposed to be like ADC season. No, no, no. This was horrible. This season was god awful. And especially, like, I think it made it worse that, like I said, I played from like the beginning to the end of it. I would not advise anyone ever. Like, I felt so inspired by watching Worlds. I was like, yeah, like, Steph didn't give up. Like, we can't give up. Da 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 da. No, I'm sorry that I fed y'all that bullshit. That was lies and deceit. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Because that was that.
I can't tell you the number of
ass.
times that I messaged Fawn. I was like, I just don't think I can do this anymore.
And what was my
she
response?
Was like, you can do it.
You know, I'm like literally in my games as I'm messaging you that, like, you can do it, bro. I'm like trying to keep my own sanity because I'm in the games, like, literally in tears, like, bro, please. I'm trying so hard. I'm dealing with Smurfs. There was Chinese boosters. I was like, please, get me out, man. This is awful.
It was so rough.
God. I will never do that again.
I'm just glad it is over.
Me too.
And I'm freaking ready to see these new changes, but I'm also glad to
I don't think
break.
I'm playing jungle next season, to be honest. I think I'm gonna
play
force
top
myself
lane.
to learn a lane.
I think top is getting ready to be busted, it sounds like, with some of the item changes. It's gonna be top laner season.
Yeah, dude, Cassante.
Cassante's fun, but he's dog shit right now. Well,
I think
actually,
it's like a case of people haven't figured out.
Yeah, people don't know how to play him.
Yeah, like once people figure out exactly what it is he's like, how he's supposed to be played, just from the gameplay that I've seen, I really feel like he would be better like as a support. Like, he just seems like he has
a good jungler.
Yeah, me too. But I also think that they made him with the idea of all of the new items that are coming in.
That makes sense.
So he probably wasn't supposed to be good yet. Well, until now.
That's true. They're changing a lot of stuff, and it looks like they're bringing back some old items in like a different way this time as well, which I thought was interesting. But I don't know. This season seems like I'm kind of excited for it, right? In a way. One thing I do have to say is, even though that last day, the day before the last day of ranked was the worst experience of my like playing League for me ever, I do have to say I learned a lot from playing those games. Like,
fair.
I learned how to just you're like, you're gonna lose the game, right? So you have to start forcing things, right? And you have to just like, I know that there's this one game that I played where I was like 1v1ing this Ezreal, and like, I know at the beginning of the season, me playing at the beginning of the season, I would have walked away from that fight and I would have died, and I wouldn't have gotten like a return kill or anything. I would have just been like, oh god, I'm gonna die, and walked away. I stood there. I was like sidestepping because I knew he was gonna queue, and I just stood there and I was like, I'm gonna kill you or you're gonna kill me, but somebody's gonna die. And I won the fight and I got a 1k shutdown, and I was like, okay, we take those.
Well, so I did want to ask, what do you guys think of Worlds?
This year's Worlds? It was great. I thought it was phenomenal.
I thought it was so good. I watched it in theaters, right? Which is a whole new experience. Because, like, when shit would happen, like, everybody in the theater was like going ham.
It was so good. Like we watched it in the VC, and so that was like the first time. I know, like I think it was last year or the year before that, I watched Worlds with like I think it was like 2 or 3 people, and this year I watched it in the boot camp server. We all like watched it together, and that was like. It was super loud and it was super rowdy, but it was really enjoyable to watch it with like a bunch of people and like see everybody like typing about it and being really hype about it. Like it was really cool to like be around a bunch of people who were like hype about it.
It's like kind of cool, like, and it was like cool, especially like in the theater where there's like a bunch of people like right next to you that are going ham, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they give us like these like blow up like balloon things.
Little clapper things?
Yeah, the clap things, yep.
Oh, that's cool.
And so everybody in the theater pounding on those as the opening ceremony's going or whatever. It's so hype. And it was just...
That sounds like a great time.
It made it so then I was able to like keep my energy high the whole time because like everybody was going hard.
Yeah, that sounds like a real...
like tank mythics.
Yeah, like it's gonna be top lane season
a lot
next
of
season.
New tank mythics. Actually, just pretty much every mythic is gone, and now they're all new ones.
Every single one, or just for tanks?
They kept Even Shroud and Locket.
Yeah.
Wait, that's literally it. So the ADC items are swapped.
There's I don't know of all the ADC items which ones have been swapped or not.
Y'all can't pay me money to look at patch notes. I can't be asked. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at League. I don't even want to open. I don't want to open the client. Like, aren't you supposed to get like your what is it, the 3 honors Malzahar skin? Like, I'm honor level 5 or whatever. Like, give me my Malzahar skin. It look really nice. I don't want to open the client to see it. I don't. I really don't. I want to uninstall League for like at least a month.
I lost my silver 1 promos on my alt, and I was like, and it was the last day, obviously, and it was like there was like only an hour left. And I was at like 75 LP.
Sunfire and Chem Tank a legendary.
A legendary. Item. Yep. They're no longer mythic items.
That seems. I feel like this is going to be a really interesting season. Like, I'm excited to see what it's going to be. I might become a Shen main, guys. I might just be a top laner. River Shen.
Did you guys think that did you guys hit your ranked goals?
Fuck no.
Hell no. Absolutely the fuck not.
And why is that, do you think?
Actually, you want to go first?
Well, okay, so I had a little bit of like troll stuff that I was doing. I was playing a lot of champs. I was playing a lot of champs. I was playing a lot of different roles that I probably had no business playing. Like I was doing top lane for a little while, and then I switched back to playing jungle again. I think if I had stuck out my roles, it might have helped. I don't know if for sure it was only that. I know for sure like switching up champs and stuff was a big factor in why I didn't hit my rank goal. I don't know. It got to the point where like even when I was just fat win streaking, because like there was a good amount of time where towards the end of the season where I was on a solid win streak, and I was still like my LP gains were just piss poor. Like I think I was getting like 15 LP, and I would like I'm talking like win streaks of like 15 games plus, like hardcore win streaks.
Yeah, there was one point I had a 75% win rate, and was just like winning. Like I couldn't be stopped. It was insane. But the difference was I was only playing when I was like when I felt 100% focused, and like would like consciously try to get myself to feel 100% focused. And then like if it ever swayed and like I was playing it like 90% focus, right? And even if I stopped that game, I would stop there.
I feel it.
And so I like made drastic progression. I went from I went from gold 4-0 to gold 3, like 20, 30 something, right at the end of the season. And then like lost a couple, hit 0, and then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna stop there.
I feel it.
But I did not hit my goal either. My goal was to at least be at my peak or higher, which I did not hit. My peak is gold 280 LP, I think.
I feel it. Mine was, I wanted to hit plat 4 this season at least. I think that like SG said, like I was kind of like trolling at the beginning of the season. I think it helped me later in the season because I was playing a lot of Caitlyn at the start. I was playing a lot of Jinx at the start when she was like busted. But those aren't my champions. Like, you know what I mean? Like I play them okay, but like I don't like, you know, at the end of the day, we know I'm a OTP, right? Like if I'm not on Ashe, it's not gonna be the same. Like my Caitlyn's okay. My Jinx is okay. My Tristan is okay. On a good day, my Tristan is good, right? But like nothing is ever gonna, my win rate's never gonna look like it looks on my Ashe gameplay, right? Like that's always gonna be my highest win rate champion because it's just, that's the champion. It's kind of like your Yi, right? Where it's like, that's your comfort champion. Like, you know that when you're on that champion, you know that that's like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I don't have to think about it. It's muscle memory. Yeah, it's like muscle memory when I play Ashe. And so I was playing a lot of Jinx and a lot of Caitlyn. And the Caitlyn gameplay in the beginning, actually, like, it was really bad because I had like a 47% win rate or something on Caitlyn. It was really terrible. But I played like 100 or 200 games on her at the beginning of the season, and it was really good because it taught me a different play style, whereas like my Ashe play style is really passive, and I was playing a lot of Jinx and a lot of Caitlyn and some Tristana, and those champions taught me like how to carry, like how to actually put like the C part in ADC, right? Where it's not like I'm just playing passively and I'm trying to like kind of like work around my team, sort of. And so I think that really helped when I did finally switch back to Ashe. But I know I spent way too much time, like, and also like when I was playing on stream, like I can't play on my main account while I'm streaming because it's just so, trying to read chat and making sure that you're like, to me when I'm streaming, I want to be more attentive to the chat than to the game, right? Because like, that's what you're there for. You're there to be entertaining, and you're there to like interact with the chat and talk to people while you're playing, and you can't be 100% focused. And I play like absolute dog shit on stream. I cannot think of a single time where I was like, hell yeah, I'm playing out of my mind while I was streaming. It just doesn't, for me, it just doesn't happen like at all. So
yeah, that's actually why I was thinking of recording my games and then like making like little videos with like just me talking over it.
I feel it. And then just stream on an alt, like when you stream, just stream on an alt.
Yeah, like just stream and play on my alt account instead of my main.
Yeah, and then I like, it's because to me it's a lot of fun to try stuff out. Now I do have to say this season I got farther than I ever got, and even though I really wanted to get to plat, I didn't think I could actually get to plat, but I got to gold 150 something LP. I think it was like 52 or something like that LP. Dang. So I got really close, and I was like, it was on the Caitlyn. The first time I did it was on Caitlyn. I win streaked up to gold 1 on Caitlyn, and there was like 200 games in the beginning of the season. Like, I was like, oh, that helped me out, because like I think it was like some sort of Caitlyn buff where I like got up there, and then I did it again on Ashe, and I was like, okay, so I can get there. Like, I'm capable of getting to gold 1, and that, just knowing that, I feel really motivated for next season, even though like I said, this season it was a rough season. It was a really rough season, but I think that I learned a lot this season. I learned how to not play passive. I learned how to be a little bit more aggressive. I learned to literally just walk at people sometimes, and they'll be like, oh shit, like I can't fight, I gotta run away from her, right? I learned that, and I think that I've really progressed as a player this season. And of course it's not as much as I wanted it to be, but it was far more than I expected it to be, to be honest with you.
Fair. See, I feel I definitely have like learned about myself that like I just play worse alone. Like the difference of having like like not even in the same game, like just being in a VC with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if they're not even talking, just like Tapshin playing TFT and me just screen sharing, or him playing on my alts and trying to help me climb my alts to gold. Like
that's your ADHD though.
Yeah, like I just can't
No, I'm
focus by
kidding.
myself. I can't.
No, it's
I
true.
can't
It's
do
true.
any, and I lose motivation. I think that like being by myself like drains me.
Understandable.
Versus, I assume that it's probably the opposite for introverts, but I think it's because my extrovertedness, like it just gives me energy being around people.
Yeah, see, I'm the exact opposite, because remember I was doing with like everybody at the beginning of the season. Like me and you did a couple of like duo sessions, and then me and SG were doing a little bit here and there. And I know to me, I play so much worse when I'm duo queued, because I try like I don't know why it feels like I can't focus. Like I feel like I can't do what I need to do, right? Like even though it's easier with you guys, of course, because I already know how you guys play, and like for the most part with y'all, I don't really have to we don't have to tell each other what we're going to do, just because we've played so many games at this point that like we pretty much understand what we're getting ready to do by like the positioning and like, the pinging and stuff like that. Like, of course, especially SG will ping you like 47 times before he comes to your damn lane. Like,
true.
I try.
But
that was something I had to work on a lot though, because at the beginning of the season I did not do that at all. I would just show up, and then I was like, wait, I need to be talking. So I just started spam pinging. So now I'm really excited about the change to the comms ping wheel. Now that there's so many other options, like I can give a lot, or I can request a lot more information than I could before.
I'm excited about that, actually.
Like if you want to all in, okay, I ping you all in, right? Or if I want you to bait them to like get them to walk up a little bit, like all right, I can tell you to bait them, and then I can make my gank happen. That's what gets so frustrating, is you ping on the way, right?
And people don't know what that means.
And people are like, okay, I'm all inning right now. And I'm like, no, I'm on the way. I need you to get them to walk forward.
Exactly.
Right? Because if they're already like hugging their tower, like I can't do anything for you in that space.
Yeah, the worst is when someone pings like assist, and then you ping that you're on your way, and then they die immediately after you ping you're on your way. And you're
then they question mark ping.
And you're like, why did you assist ping at all? Like you clearly weren't gonna wait for anyone to come help you. You were going in either way. I'm on Krugs in your top lane. Like I'm not that far away.
That's jungler. That's jungler problem. See, like I like the fact that now, like the ping, I saw the ping one today, and it looks like it's gonna take a lot to get used to. But I do really like the fact that it gives you more options, because like especially for someone like me who plays bot lane, and I solo queue ADC every single day of my life, dude. And like just not being able to communicate to your support exactly what you're trying to do, like, is really frustrating, because I'm not gonna type. I never type. Of course, I have those moments of being like really tilted. I'm like, please just AFK, right? Like, please leave my lane in AFK. Like I'll have those moments where I'll like tilt and type like that, but like I almost never type. And it's really difficult in bot lane to try to convey your point. Like if I'm trying to like freeze, and then like my Lux is like throwing like E's on the wave and like smacking the shit out of it. Like my Nautilus is like hitting his like relic shield stacks on. I'm like, dude, please just freeze the wave. Like please. I know most of us don't know what that is in Go, but please, for the love of God, stop hitting the minions. It's a perfect freeze. But I really do like that we're gonna have that option now to explain that to people. I think that's gonna be really nice. Not that I actually expect my teammates to know what a freeze is, but I mean, if they happen to know, maybe that'll be, maybe maybe they'll Google it now that it's in the ping world. They'll be like, "What does a freeze mean?" Like,
yeah, I'm excited. I'm also not excited for how much harder it's probably gonna be to get the role of jungle, because I assume a lot more people are gonna play it now.
Definitely,
I mean, especially where you get a Pokemon to start, like
Pokemon to start.
Which is honestly, that's the other reason why, like, I think I'm gonna be playing something else this season, is because like it's refreshing to play something new anyway, right? But like the thing about jungle is, even if you put jungle as secondary, every game you're getting stuck in the jungle. Like there is no question about it. Like you're going to get jungle every single time.
Yep. What about you, Tapshin? Did you hit your goals?
I mean, I did hit plat, but I actually wanted to hit diamond this season, which I was unable to do. So
why?
I feel it.
Because I played like I think like 150 games on each account, which is not enough to hit diamond with my skill sets, I believe.
That's fair. I mean, that's like enough to get to like where you started. I feel like.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like it takes me like 100 games to get back to where I began.
I feel like I wasted like 2/3 of the season not playing any games, and then like as the season progressed and was approaching its end, I'm like, oh shit, I can't be gold no more. I have to hit plat. So I just literally I was able to hit, like, I was at gold 1, gold 2 on my other account for like 90% of the season, and it took me like about 2 weeks to hit plat. So if I played like that like throughout the whole season, I'm sure I would have ended up higher than where I'm right now. But
do you feel like you were more like invested in TFT than in League?
I don't think I was invested in TFT or League. I think I was not that invested in games in general. I guess.
Fair.
I
guess
played, like,
you did get a job.
That is true. That's a big part of it too.
And I lost a job, and I still was just as involved as normal. I don't think I played more games having lost a job.
Granted, I've been found something else to do in the meantime.
I've just been.
I know you've been editing and stuff.
Yeah, I've been editing for Demex, and
I feel like you
did
a
making
any
money.
A little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I think it was a good thing for you though. Like I know, like of course, like when you lose a job, it's always like the initial shock of it is like really like
it's like
shocking,
stressful.
right?
Yeah,
it can be really stressful, but I think it was actually like a really good thing for you because I know that you wanted to spend more time with content creation and stuff like that. So I think it's good that you did get to spend that time on it, and you did already have a little bit of experience because you've been doing it like in your spare time, right? So then you got to like really like perfect the skill down with this.
Like I can see a massive difference from like if you look at like the early SSS videos versus like the latest one I did for Demex, like it's night and day.
Honestly, like your videos are so funny. Just like the way that you like the little bits of like comedy that you put in, I think are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, like, and Demex always says that things are huge, and I always put the flush emote after that.
Oh man.
I've found more humor in things ever since I started editing.
I know this was something that you wanted to do anyway, like, and I don't think you ever would have like quit your job to do it, you know?
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't have taken this big of a risk.
Yeah, but
being
since it was already happening,
I'm like, well, this is the best time to try.
That's pretty much how you have to treat it, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't have a choice. I have to make this work.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And there's kind of like a time limit, which is kind of like making it so my improvement is like a lot faster because like I spend like every available moment like watching things of like different things to add to videos or different ways to edit or whatever. Also, I wanted to ask you all, well, now that Tapshin's here, what do you guys think of adding more people to SSS? Like content-wise. Because I know that we're not all available, like, all the time, right? But if we had more people, then we would at least have enough people to be making, like, consistent content. Like, even if we have, like, our own videos, and then, like maybe it's, like, Tapshin and this other person play a lot, and so then they make videos, right? Or SG plays with, like, or Chalupa or something, right?
I mean, I'd be down. So basically, like, our content, when we do other stuff, we still record it. I mean, I'm down for that because I do a lot of other stuff. Like, I do a lot of Overwatch now, a lot of Valorant stuff.
And then we can expand into other games and genres and everything.
Yeah, I'd definitely be down. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, you could stream your stuff, too.
My computer could handle that, I would.
True.
Yeah, that game is like actually ridiculous.
I assume streaming it is probably where it goes hard. And the good thing about recording it is that you don't have to like always be on.
Yeah, that's true.
And same with like recording the games. Like if we're recording league games even. Like you don't have to always be on. Like you can just like talk after a clean play. And that's the part that would be in the video, right?
Oh yeah, that's true. Sure.
You wouldn't have to worry about all the bad moments or the moments where you're just awkwardly silent.
And then Honest cuts in the part of my recorded video from that Tristana game of the audio of me throwing my headset. They backdoored us. Oh my.
I love it. But yeah, so I was thinking of adding more people. I was thinking of having 8 content creators total. So us 4 plus 4 more.
Oh yeah, I like it, Picasso.
And you know we gotta get at least like one high elo player, right? There's gotta be one.
Oh, definitely. Don't worry, just give me like 3 or 4 years.
Copium.
Same.
Copium.
Give me
Surely
like 3
to God,
years
one of us will hit D1.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Masters as soon as I give JS my login.
Yeah. Good. No, I think that we just take everything we learned in this season and we just apply it to next season. And, you know, I know Tapshin probably doesn't have as much time as he would like to have for it, but like, you know,
I mean,
I think eventually we'll climb
in January, right?
I'm in talks of getting it extended another year, but it's not.
Nice.
Nothing's decided. I'll know by end of this month.
Really?
That's exciting.
Yes.
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
that is exciting.
Yeah.
Yes,
So here's the last question. What's your goal for this season?
Diamond.
I want to hit plat. I really think I can do it. Yeah, I think plat is feasible. If I play smart, I stick to 1 champ, or well, I guess 2 champs in case my one gets banned out.
I'm definitely for sure. I'm aiming for obviously diamond, but I think the realistic chance is like mid plat. If I can hit like at least plat 3, then I'll know, okay, I went up a whole division in a year. Perfect, right?
I agree with you, Honest, though. I believe you can do it.
I think I can do it. It's like a pretty realistic goal.
I feel like Looking at my short history of setting goals, setting a rank as a goal, I don't think it does the job. So I'm gonna have like one goal in package of two, and that is getting at least, I want to say, like 500 games in next season.
Ooh,
That's
that's actually a good way to do the goal.
So I'll play playing 500 games is like, if you just play, you'll accomplish the goal, right? So that's basically forcing me to play. And my secondary goal that kind of goes along with it is to hit diamond within that 500 games.
I believe in you.
500 games on one account or both of your accounts?
Like on each account, like one account should have like at least 500 games. And then if I do that on my however many accounts I have, good for me. But I'm probably going to focus on like one account next season, and then just have like one other account that I use for fun, or like when I'm dealing with other people.
Yeah, that's like that's kind of what I was doing with like my alt. Was like I was playing solo on my alt and then duo on my main. But then I was like, I'm just not getting volume in. So now I've just focused on one account, and it's a lot easier to get like the volume of games in.
Yep.
I think we should all definitely like play a lot in preseason too, just like especially like at the end of December, like that first 2 weeks, like that 2 weeks before season starts, and just like really get a feel for like the new meta, so that we know I'm probably not going to play on my main account for at least the first week of ranked, because I know that's just going to be like the usual like clown fiesta that it was this season, kind of like the end of this season as well, right? Like,
yeah,
it's just gonna be a mess, and I'm definitely not gonna play on my main, but I think I'm gonna play a lot more games on my ult accounts, because normally I just didn't really play on my ults. I didn't even really use them that much until this season. I'm gonna play a lot more on my ult accounts, and then like play when I'm really focused on my main account.
See, I'm gonna play with my alt until I hit gold 3, and then I'm gonna start playing ranked on my main.
I like it.
It's like my plan, because I'm like, if I can get my alt to where my main is, right, then that means that I'm good to go.
True.
I can start out where I am now and just progress upward instead of starting over and relearning everything while playing on my main.
All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining us on the SSS podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the content, and we will be back soon with potentially some new SSS content creators. And we'll give you a little bit of an update on how the new season is going. Talk to you guys next time. Slayers out.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Love it.
All right, 10 out of 10.